Hello everyone, and welcome back. My name is Denise. My Shopify store is called heart-knows.com. And today we're continuing through the 1 million beads, the bead vault. And today we will actually be going through the color pewter. Now this is a very big box, you can't see it. But anyway, as you can see all those bags, I'm going to push them back into the box. And we're going to go step by step. But today I actually have the color pewter mixed in with the findings. So I have four boxes of findings, or five. One is silver tone, gold tone, pewter, and copper tone, and also brass. So we'll actually be going through all those. But today I wanted to do the pewter before we get to the two large boxes of black beads. So let's see here what we have today. These are earrings. Like I said, once again, I actually take, anytime I see earrings with a lot of dangles or a lot of beads, I actually take those loose. And so here's a pair of earrings. I'll also be showing this towards the end of the video, but I just used the leaves on that pair of earrings to make this earring. So I'm hoping that maybe it's my glasses. I'm thinking that things are out of focus, but they aren't. But anyway, that's a pair of earrings from that. So this is a large box, and I say this every video, but I'm really going to try and go a little bit faster and keep this white space open so you guys can see a lot better. I noticed on my last videos I just had way too many items on the table, so it's hard for you guys to see it. Now this, I think, is a necklace. Yeah, this is a necklace. So as you can see, I'll be using the chains off of this. I'm going to use the chains on everything for my drop down dangles with just a bead, or for my license plate earrings. If you haven't seen that video, that is in my playlist, and I will add that link below. So yeah, so I will be taking loose all of these circles or discs that's on this bracelet. And I don't know if you can see, but they have some textured ones too. And when we get in the statement earrings and the more intricate earrings, you can see how I'll be using a lot of these pieces together to make some beautiful earrings. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know how many beads can you get out of this necklace. And I'm also doing, and I'll probably put this necklace aside, because I'm also doing a video on pulling old necklaces apart and making earrings out of them, and showing you how many pair you can get out per necklace. I don't know what this is, if this is a necklace, a belt, or what this is, but anyway, it is a chain. And maybe this is this a pair of earrings? Let me see, because I went through, and you'll see on my other videos, I went through bags and bags of earrings that I actually had. I didn't know I had pairs or mates too. So you can see it's called Bead Vault earring pairing. But this looks like this is a pair of earrings maybe that was made. So let's see here. So yeah, I don't know why this is that way, but yeah, this looks like this is a pair of earrings. So it looks like I think it's supposed to be hanging like this one. Come on, work with me here. I think it's supposed to be hanging like this one. So I'll set this aside, and I'll put this with my earrings that are already done. And that's the one thing about going through all of your items, your goods. And I always said that my grandmother would always say, if you want to shop before you go out and shop at your home first, because more than likely you'll find what you need there. But yeah, these are some prayer boxes. Let me see if I can pull these out. Yeah, These are prayer boxes. So I'll be making some earrings out of these. You can see them good. Yeah, these are prayer boxes. Let's see what else is in here. Looks like it's just some findings and I don't know. This bead is interesting. So let me pull this out. If I see anything kind of interesting, I'll pull it out. But I'm not going to pull out everything because we'll be here forever. But this bead is interesting. So I think I'm going to set this bead aside so I can make sure that I use it for something else. So now I have 3 piles behind me, guys. I have a pile for the packages that we've already gone through, and as you can see, I don't know if you can see this little glare from the sun, and I've actually closed the curtains. But maybe you can see the beads in there. So I have, as I was saying, I have 3 piles behind me. It is bags that are going back into this box. And then see, this is a chain. So a couple of things. I could use this and add some beads to the chain part and make a really nice keychain out of it. Put some shells and some beads on that, make a nice keychain out of it. And 2, I can use parts of the chain, like this much of the chain, and make earrings by putting just a nice stone at the bottom or of it and let it just dangle and hang. So there's so many different designs that you can actually do, and I really can't wait to get through all these boxes and have everything recorded of what I actually have, and then get into that creative process of actually putting this together and you know, making some really, really nice pieces of jewelry. So this is what happens when you have decades of jewelry. Okay, as I was mentioning earlier, this is a bag of findings. And findings just means what it takes to finish and make the earring, like your stems, your earring hooks, you have your crimp beads that actually closes off the necklace and stops the beads from falling. I got some pins in here. So if you wanted to make a brooch, I can keep this space like that. So, and I think I actually got these from Joann Fabrics in all different colors. I'm pretty sure these came from Joann's. Could have come from, no, not Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I'm pretty sure it was Joann's, because I stayed in their bead section when they would have their 40% off sale. So these are just findings. Here I have all types of hoop. Excuse me, hoop pewter colored earrings. So this is just a bag full of the hoops. And when I have my hoop day, I will actually show you how I take the hoops. I take them loose, or I open them up and they're no longer a circle, and I twist them. Like this is a pair of earrings that I got. I don't know if I traded them off. Probably I traded them off or somebody gave them to me. But if you can see the twisted wire, let's see if I can get them untwisted so you could actually see the twisted wire. Okay, here we go. If you can see like the twisted wire here of how it hangs down like a chandelier, what I actually do with these hoops is I take these hoops, I open them up, I straighten them completely out, and then I make a design myself out of the hoop, and then I add on whatever I want to add on to the earring. So I'll have to show you the process because it's a little difficult to explain. But I have large hoops and small hoops. Sometimes I will twist them and turn them into a figure 8 and just leave your closure at the top like this. So we'll have a day for all of that. But anyway, this is the pewter hoops. that I actually have. Okay, and what else do we have in here? Okay, now I'm getting into the beads. And I pretty much separate, guys, I don't know about this sun. I've tried to, hopefully it's not too much. I'm getting a little kind of glare, so I don't know if I'll have to move my camera or not, but we'll keep going at this pace. These are more of the, if you can see them, these are more of the pins. I don't want to say hairpins, your stick pins for your beads. And then if you can see right here, this I love. This is a, I call them stoppers, but they're actually beads. They're disc beads, but I use them because they're so fine. Can you see them? They're so fine. I actually use them as stoppers whenever I'm doing my bead work. So I need to get some more because I just love them. Because they can disappear in your design, or you can stack them and they look nice. And here's some more beads. And I did notice before that it's a little difficult to see them in the plastic bag because of the reflection. I haven't figured out. I may need to adjust the camera because I'm getting like a blue cast. Okay, more beads, more round beads. I like these beads here. Let's see here, and I'm sure they have names. I'll probably have to go through a bead dictionary to find out all the names, but for the sake of getting through this, I'm just going to show you what they look like. So hopefully that's clear. Okay. And so these are great too because it gives your earrings like a definition and a design to them. And I'll show you some of the earrings that I made. This is just a bag I'm not going to open up, but this is just something that was either somebody strung together for me, and they just ended up all in the same bag. This looks like some seed beads here. So it could possibly be, pardon me for hitting the camera, but it could possibly be a necklace or a bracelet or something. Let's see. Okay, yeah, looks like I don't know. Like I said before that I train students, well, I shouldn't say train students, but I would host a beading class for big brothers and big sisters. And sometimes the students didn't want to finish off, they just wanted to string. So sometimes I'll have a lot of bags of just beads that are just strung together. I wanted to give them something to do while everybody else was making their items. So yeah, I like this black bead. I like this black bead, so I'm probably going to set this bag aside because I do like the black bead on here. Okay, and these are nice too. The beads on here all have like designs, have roses, and they have different type of texture, and that makes your jewelry really look nice. Okay, let's go through here. Okay, now I'm thinking, I took a jewelry class at Indie. They call themselves a Indie, I-N-D-I-E, jewelry making school. And what we did was we would use this right here, this type of metal, and we would melt like a liquid glaze on top of it, which made it look glassy and also gave it color. Like we would melt like blue and orange and green, and these beads would actually keep a little bit of the filigree design, but you could see the color on top of it. So I'm sure those beads are somewhere, maybe in my multicolored bead section. But anyway, I will refer back to this bead when we actually get that done. Okay, so here's another pair of earrings, and as I said earlier, and please forgive me for the noise of the plastic. as I said earlier, I take anything apart. Let's give us some white space here so we can see a little bit better. But these earrings, I take any and everything apart. Like I'm looking at this and I'm saying, okay, I at least have 4 or 5 pair of earrings. And then let me show you here. Okay, if we can put this back in here. Okay, let me show you here. These are the earrings. So I just put some of the beads that you just saw, and I just took those dangles off the bottom and applied them to this. So out of that pair of earrings that you saw, I can actually get, put them right next to each other so you can see. It's the whole purpose of this video. I can actually get 4 to 6 pair out of this one pair of earrings. And that's what I'm saying, guys. When you take a loose these beads, it's amazing how much inventory you have to do so much. So you go from 1 pair of earrings and you can go to like 6 pair of earrings. That's the purpose of this video. Okay, so next we have, let's see, I've showed you this bag already, and I have to quit hitting the camera. I'm going around the camera to put the beads behind me, so I'm going to have to figure out a better technique. Okay, guys, I'm not sure what this is. I think this is just a lot of loose brass beads. This is definitely, these are called bells, and they can go, they're cappers for the tops and the bottoms of your beads. They really make your beads look professional with the bells on top of it. And I'm actually going to do, I have a whole drawer, of course I do, I have a whole drawer box full of all different types of bells. So when I start going through all of my findings, if you can see it a little bit better here. When I start going through all of my findings, I am going to go through that entire box of bells so you can see all the different beautiful bells that are, and I'm saying not bells, B-E-L-L-S, I'm saying B-A-I-L-S. But anyway, I'm going to go through that box, and you can see all the different kind of designs that they come in. They're beautiful, gorgeous. A lot of them are filigree, and when I say filigree, it just means that it's like an open space in between them that gives it the design. And then these are some really nice, I really like this with my cowrie shells and my African bone beads. This just gives it a really nice design. This is a pewter small cylinder bead, but it has that, let's see, put on here, let's see if we can pull this out for you to see. It has the it looks like it's black, but it's not really. It's like a dark gray, if you can kind of see it here. Well, I don't know, it's looking black, but yeah, I think it's like a charcoal gray. Let's see if I can put it, if you can see better here. No, it's too far away. But anyway, yeah, these are really nice. I use these a lot, like I said, with my bone beads. Okay, that's bag number 1, and I'm gonna tilt this. Okay, guys, also too, besides using just necklaces, and I also use belts. Okay, so if you could see this belt, is it 2 belts or 1? Okay, it's 2. Well, let's do this belt first. Okay, this is a belt that has small and large. Turn it over so you can see. Now, something like this, the only hole that you have is, you know, well, I can call it sideways, but because it's on the side, but you could make it a top. This could be the top and the bottom. So the hole that you have is here. I would use this for the larger ones, and I would be actually gluing like a stud. What? This is kind of caught in here. Okay, there we go. I would be gluing like a stud earring to the back, so the back of it could actually, the earring could actually go right in the ear, so I wouldn't have to try and pierce through it to put a ear wire on. So I would use a stud in the back, and then I would probably either wire something around where the holes are, or I would glue something down on the top of it. But a little difficult to explain. When we get into the other earring making, I'll show you what I mean, but I just want to see everything that's in this box. For this, I would figure out something for this. I think this is just to see these line up like this, to have an earring like this, and then to bring something around the top, or either to place something really sharp and beautiful across this and put a stud on the back. I thought would just be really, really nice, really elegant. You can kind of get edgy with this with goth, the gothic look. A lot of people will wear that to cosplay and the different events that they have. So there's a lot you could do with this. You could actually put them in opposite directions, have the earring, one going this way, one going the other way, something across. There's a lot you could actually do with this. So, but this is a belt. See, this is a belt. So you can get your supplies from everywhere. I'm just going to put the belt back in the bag off camera so I have space for my next items. And so I don't have such a big mess to put back. Okay, looks like we have more. Okay, and let me clean, let's see. From the belt, we got a little bit of mess here. I'm going to pull a couple of necklaces out before I open up that bag. And these beads, these aren't necklaces, but these are beads that I got from Joann's when they were having their 50% off sale. Or I think I got these during the 60% off sale. But these are really nice. I love them. I'll be using all of them. But just so you could see, these were different beads on a strand that I got from Joann's. See, maybe you can see that really good. Okay, so I can put that aside. These are earrings, and they are butterfly earrings. I'm taking a look at it because sometimes these tarnish over the years, and I will just repaint over them. But once again, this was, well, looks like it's a really long earring with butterflies. So I would take this a loose. I can see right now like 4 to, yeah, about 4 pairs of earrings out of that. Let's see here. I am also eyeing some more findings. These are beads as well. I don't want to take these out of the bag, but as you can see, let me put them this way so maybe the sun. Got to figure out a way to get that glare gone. But yeah, these are beads, and then these are more findings. These are the I don't want to say hairpins, the stick findings for your to hold your beads. And then these are clips. So let's see here. These are clip earrings. As you can see here. And you can actually glue a bead or something right there inside of that earring. So yeah, so those are clips. Sometimes people will put a jump ring on the bottom of the ring, on the bottom of this earring. Sometimes people put a jump ring. Oops, let me get it for you. Sometimes people put a jump ring right here, right there on the bottom, and then actually hang something from the clip. So they'll glue something on top, and then they'll hang something on the bottom of it. I'm not sure if that's called stacking or not, but yeah, that happens. So reaching in this box, these are more beads. This is a color that I use often in all of my earrings, and it's because it's not really bright silver. It's not like a charcoal gray, so it's like that pewter color, so it kind of just blends in with everything. More seed beads. These are the really small stopper beads. Let's see those. I got some hematite in here. I don't know how it'll go back into my hematite tray, but these are some hematite pendants that I actually have, and earring. And then these are some more of the, I use these as stoppers as well. And then I use it to elevate a larger bead. So these are the small kind of like cylinder type beads. Here's another bag. Okay, I have some in the pewter. I actually have some, we can go like that so you can see it. I have the jump rings. These are some crosses that are in the pewter. This looks like this is hematite, so this should have been in my hematite box. I just did a video on hematite, so you can take a look at that video. But anyway, that ended up in the pewter box. Sometimes I use them both together, so that may be the reason why it's in this box. Okay, so in here, this bag, I have actually, this is like a charcoal gray and a dark pewter. I have got to remember the name of this. This is with the loop, I want to say hairpin sticks, but it's not a hairpin. But anyway, it's what you bead your beads on. And then this is actually chains. These are chains. So this is all in the dark charcoal color, similar to hematite. And sometimes when I'm using black beads and I don't want to put a silver stem in it, I will use the darker color stems for that, so I don't have a silver stem sticking out of the black beads. Let's see here, what else? This should have gone into my keychain box, but this is like your keychain hooks, and they're all different. Look like I have some hearts here and some others, so I'm gonna put this aside. Let's see, I'm working against the sun. I'm gonna have to figure out something else later on, but yeah, I'm gonna put that aside and put that with my keychains. Now this is a, let me get some of this stuff out of my hands. This is actually, this came from a necklace, and I used part of this. I cut it off, and I put a end cap on both ends. And one of the end caps on this end, you see it has a little hole up here at the top, so you can actually hook an earring through it. Or a ear stem through it. But yeah, so I cut this, and I think those earrings sold. I actually cut this and made end caps on both of these. I think I hung a dangle or either a cowrie shell off the bottom of this one, and then use this to hook the top to the earrings. So there's just so many different designs that you can actually do. Okay, and how many more bags do we have to go? Hold on, guys. Let's see. Here's another belt. Ay, 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 ay. Okay. Let's see if I can get through this. Let me see. Okay. This is more of what I just showed you. So I'm going to get this bag out of the way. Except it's the circumference is quite a bit skinnier. See, this is more what I showed you. Okay, well, you can see how they made like loops out of these, and they closed the loop. And I would do these, I would separate these and make earrings out of these. So this looks like this is a necklace. And to what I just showed you, how if I had a single, if I open this up and just made a single and put an end cap at the top, end cap at the bottom, that's a design. And then this is a design as well. Let's see if we can move some of this back so you can see it. So yeah, so you can see that design. So yeah, so this is a belt, or I'm sorry, this is earrings. I'm sorry, this is a necklace. What's going on with me today? This is a necklace. So yeah, I would take this apart, and I mean, just right here, you got like, well, a dozen pair of earrings. Okay, this is another belt. We'll go faster. This is another belt that can be taken apart, just like I explained the other belt. This one you don't need to glue anything on top because you already have a design that's actually made into the belt. But I would definitely take these loose. This would end up being a statement earring, and I'll refer back to this video when I make the pair of earrings from this, because I really want to show you how you can use the top and the bottom. Okay. Ay, 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 ay. This box keeps growing, guys. Let's see. I think we're almost there. Okay, and these are small prayer box earrings. This was given to me. This was given to me by one of the stores. As I stated earlier, I did a lot of work for latchkey students and also for big brothers, big sisters. So a lot of the stores would just donate whatever they didn't want right off. So I would share that with the students, whatever they donated, which was finished, and also set them aside so the students could have them as gifts for their relatives for Christmas. So that's just a bag that's left out of a box of them. So we'll figure out if I wanted to do some more classes here while I'm in Texas. So hopefully I can get that done and get those out to whoever would like to have them. Okay, these are just more jump rings. They're more chains, beads here, just some beads. Really working against that glare. I don't know if you could see them. I got kind of like a, I don't know if these have actually turned color because of all the years, or if they're actually bronze, bronze, copper, and pewter color. Not really sure. I'll have to check that out later. See, another bag of beads. Yeah, it's another bag of beads. You can see here. There you go. Okay, we are getting there, guys. Let's see. This bag has too many. Okay, let's go to this one. I don't know why. I have these beads in there. They belong in the black box. So I'm going to take them out. These are black because you'll see these in the black box. So I'll just put those up in the black box because that's where they belong. These are more hematite beads. They should be in my hematite box, but I've already shown my hematite video on yesterday, so I'll just show you. These are magnetic. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with the magnetic hematite that came out that was so popular. Maybe about 10-15 years ago, and you could just they would make a bracelet and a necklace themselves by just adhering to themselves. So yeah, these are squares and these are cylinders. So I will definitely be using these on my earrings, and I have to put this back in the box of where it belongs. That's one good thing about going through all your boxes is that you can see what you have and what you don't have, and what you have duplicates of, and what's misplaced. And I've already gone over these earrings. These were the twisted wire earrings. Let's see if we can get, yeah, fighting this glare. And then these were the butterflies. So we've already actually gone over those. These are some beautiful large beads. I think I got these from Joanne. So this is a strand of beads that I got from Joanne that I'll definitely be using. Everything else in the bag we already went over. So I am seeing more duplicates. These are duplicates. These were the earrings that I showed you and the ones that I made. We are getting to the end of the box. Yay! 2 more big bags after we go through this loose stuff here. This says pewter. It just shows me that I have some more of the stems. We've already gone over these. This is the earring that I showed you here. The earring that I showed you here, okay, that I made the earrings from. And this is how I just take them loose and bag them and get them ready for production. So you can see it starts. Let me see if I can push this back just a little, guys. Okay, so it starts with this. Okay, then I go to this process of just pulling everything loose. Like I go through like 2 dozen earrings. I don't have that video out yet, but it's how to make 50 pair of earrings. Okay, and then you end up with this. So what I'm saying is that because it's just me, I have to do everything like a production line. So I can get things done quicker. I can do 50 pair at a time. So that's the process. You start off with a pair. You end up tearing the pairs apart all at one time, bagging them up like this. This looks like this is, what do you call it? Steampunk. If you can see that. Like steampunk. And you bag them up. You separate everything and you bag them up. And then you can just start blowing out the earrings. So that's what I do. And I'll give that process hopefully sometime soon. More seed beads. I'm not sure what this is. Let's see here. These are chains. And I'm going to be using a lot of my chains. Let's see. Because I have, see, and these are all size of chains. And this is just like a necklace. And that's what I was saying, guys. If you can just get these necklaces and belts or whatever you find, you can turn it into something else. And let me show you. I'll be using a lot of my chains. I have a full drawer of chains. And see how these license plate earrings. I have a video on this where I've actually cut this out. This was fabric that I got from Walmart. And it just made a really nice, cool earring. So I need a lot of chains for this earring. This is a really easy process to do. Cutting the fabric, dipping it in the resin, and then just adding the chain to the top of it, a 2-inch chain. So the chains are going to be important because I have all different license plate states. And I'm going to put colored chains on it. See, these are more duplicates, so I'm not going to go through that. This is beads. I don't know if this was a silver plated bead or not. I'm going to have to go back and look because the color on it has rusted, so it's telling me that it's silver plated. These are more beads. And let's see here. We should be getting to, oh, okay, we have 2 more bags. Okay. More beads. And these have like the spikes in them. This looks like this is a bag of hematite. see if I can, so you don't see the, this looks like this is hematite. These are spiked beads. So this will go back into the hematite box. Let's see here. I'm not sure. Okay, I think these are all one-offs. And a lot of times I'll put one-offs in a plastic bag like this, so I can use them for my keychains. Okay. Okay, guys, last two bags. This one real quick, and if I think this is more of the same beads, I'm going to skip this bag. So let's see here real quick what's in here. Yeah, this looks like this is some duplicates, a little bit of everything in here, and these are my everything bags that I go through. Oh, nope, I see something in here I want to show you. Okay, for this, my dangles, this is a pair of earrings, or no, maybe not. Yeah, okay, so if I can move this out the way. This is a pair, this is a pair of earrings. These are, is this, okay, yeah, these are earrings. Okay, but the earrings have, if you can see, these little shingles, and here's the back side. What I would do is disconnect and take off all of the shingles. Just one day, just take them all off. I would separate the jump rings that I get from the back of them, and then I would put the little shingles in a bag, the little dangles, and I would actually be able to put these on my earrings. Sometimes I have customers that like small dangles. I would actually put like 3 or 4, graduate them, and then they just shimmer when you walk. So once again, out of this one particular earring, I am looking at probably maybe 4 pairs of earrings, or maybe even more than that. So that's what I'm saying by, you can use earrings, you can use necklaces, you can use belts, and your inventory really just increases. I mean, you just never run out if you're taking apart the earrings and the necklaces. Okay, guys, let me see if I can go a little bit quicker. These are just some beads. You can see here. And this is more loose beads. Like I said, sometimes you have to bag them to get them some more beads. When I'm going through this like this, it's because I've already showed you the beads, and everything else in here I have already shown you. So you can just put everything back in this bag. Oh, let me see. I think maybe 1 pair. Oh, here again. Okay, just like the other earring with the little shingles, this is it with the little balls. They're not bells, they're just the regular balls. And you can put this on the bottom of the earring. And I would just remove, see on the back, I just reuse the jump rings as well for this or for something else, and definitely all the little balls. So it gives me a nice little dangle on the bottom of an earring, or just make a cluster of the beads. So once again, this is one earring that can actually give you 2 or 3 pairs of earrings. Okay, and this is just some resin beads. Move this out my hand so you can see. Resin beads. Okay, guys, last bag. Yikes. Yikes. Okay, last bag, and it looks like I have another belt in here. And I do. And just like I showed you with the other belts, I would do the same thing for this belt. I would do the same thing for this belt. This looks like it has like a closure on the top. So I would probably be doing some gluing with this. I would cut the stretch out of it, and then I would turn it over to this side, and then I would more than likely put a stud, glue a stud on the back of it. And then, you know, there you are. do a stud on the back. That would just make a really nice earring. Gazillion pieces on this. This belt is pretty long. I won't pull it all out. And I think we're at, let's see here, just a few more pieces here. Okay, as I was mentioning earlier, when I went to that indie school where they had these large pieces of metal that you would melt glass over, molten like a glass, a colorful glass. I don't want to say clay, because you mix it like a clay, and then I think it turns into a liquid. And then I think once you brush it on and you put fire on it, then it turns into glass. So I want to say probably powdered glass. And it gives you nice, beautiful, different colors. So I'll see if I can find some of the metal that's already done, because you have to work in an environment where you're either outside or where it's a safe environment, because you're using a torch. So it's like it's nothing you can do in the house or anything like that. So I can't actually show you how it's done. Let's see here. There's some earrings here. These are nice, so I'll probably use the dangle off the bottom of these. And I don't know what this is. What is this? Okay, I have no clue. So I'll have to actually go through this bag. I'm not going to be wasting any of your time. I looked in here, and there are just a lot of ins and outs. These are some charms. These are some charms. So yes, I'm going to have to go through this bag and see what's in there. I don't know if you can see. I can kind of give you a glance of what I'm looking at. But it's like a little bit of everything in there, guys. So we're gonna skip that part. This is last but not least. This is another belt. Let's see here. Yeah. So this is a chain on a belt. I would definitely, you can see that it's pretty. It's like it has a gray in it. I would definitely take this loose. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful. So I would definitely take this loose and make several pair of earrings. Maybe make a bracelet and an anklet out of that as well. So, okay, that is going to be it from the pewter. I don't know, let me turn the bag this way. Can you see all the different... This is just, you know, go through this bag when you need something for this color, because this is a little bit of everything in there, but I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, these are all different types of beads. Okay. So, this is what's in the pewter box, and then let me show you the earrings that I made from this box, just so we have something. You saw these. These you did not see. And let me lay them here. Make sure everything is still in frame. And let's see these. I think I did show you. Okay, let's see if we can get everything in frame. Okay, from here to here. And then the last pair is a simple pair. So these are from the earrings that were taken apart. And let me see if I can lift them up. Kind of get some of the glare off of here. We're gonna have to fix that. I don't know where it's coming from, but we'll have to fix it with the black earrings. I think I'm getting more glare from this because of the metal that's actually showing. That may not happen with the black beads. So those and these. All right, guys, thanks so much for your time. Greatly appreciate it. If you like what you see, please like the video, subscribe, and share. If you have any comments of how you would do these beads or how you could do it better, or if you have any more suggestions of how I can move through these 1 million beads faster, please let me know. I am always open to new and better ways of doing things. All right, guys, thanks so much for visiting me. Have a great day or evening, and I will talk with you soon.